What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick from ROK Music Review, and it is time to talk a little bit about Twice and why, or just as in relation to why they are the hottest group in K-pop right now. I don't mean hot as in like attractive hot, I mean like hot as in like they are red hot. Popular, people are all over them. They are arguably the most popular group in K-pop, or at least one of the most. And they've only been around for what, a year at this point, or a year and a half, something like that. They've only released 3 songs, and this comes about, or we're talking about this specifically because their newest release, TT, has reached 100 million views on YouTube. That is the quickest that any K-pop music video has reached that view count, and they did it in 71 days. Now, that is really, really remarkable in and of itself, but what is even more crazy is that they beat the record that was previously set by themselves with the comeback that they had before this last one, right, which was Cheer Up. And that is, absolutely super crazy. So they broke the record for the fastest video to 100 million views 2 times in a row. They broke the record that was, I think, set by Big Bang or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but they set that record. They broke it like 6 months ago, and then they've broken it once again. And that right there, actually, it's probably a year ago at this point. I don't know. I think my timeline of when the releases are is completely different, but that is crazy. And if you consider on top of that their debut song was like the fastest debut song to reach whatever milestone that it was in like history, which then was I think broken by Blackpink and their debut songs. But like Twice, it just like with every single release seems to be setting records and breaking records and then breaking their own records, and they're just on a ridiculous, crazy, massive role. And nobody can argue that like they are not popular, that they do not have fans, and that just like regardless of whether you like their music or not, like this group they are big, they are a force to be reckoned with, and at the moment it doesn't look like there is anything really that can stop them. And that is just, absolutely crazy. And then also too, so you consider the fact they're breaking all of these records, but the 3 music videos that they've got, remember they've only released 3 total albums. The 3 releases, the promotions for those albums, all 3 of those music videos have reached 100 million views. They're over 100 million views each. So in total on their music videos, they've got over 300 million total views on their music videos, and that is ridiculous. There is not a group in K-pop or there are very few groups in K-pop, I should say, that have even reached that milestone with 3 of the music videos of their entire career. So to do that in their first 3, again, is exceptionally good. That is really, really, really spectacular. They are on it. And like I said, they are hot. This group is on fire. And there is nothing that I can see that is going to put that fire out. It's just the group is amazing. They are doing really, really, really well. And I mean, you can say, and I have seen people say, that like, hey, so like the group doesn't really specifically deserve to be as popular as they are, to be having the success and all that stuff. Or one of the things that people are using to detract from the group and as a negative thing is like they don't have any specifically like super awesome good vocal talent in the group. But you know what? That doesn't really matter, because after their first song and their first album, which I wasn't a big fan of, and I kind of did notice that like their vocal weaknesses, at least in that instance, were pretty apparent in many of those songs. But since then I've actually really enjoyed them. Their most recent song is definitely one that I really, really like. I actually really, really enjoy it. I enjoy their songs on their most recent album. The entire album is good. They're playing to their strengths, and they are winning in K-pop right now. They are just winning big time, bigger than any other group can even imagine. I mean, like I said, they've got 100 million views on not 1, not 2, but 3 comeback releases, and that of course is their entire career. So like I said, those numbers are only numbers that like 99% of K-pop companies and groups can dream of along with their fans. So fans of Twice, I think that, they have got to be super, super proud and super, super happy that they have reached this amount of success. And like I said, it's just it is a astronomical number. I can't even fathom. Never would have even imagined that there would be a group that would hit 100 million views on their first 3 music videos. That's ridiculous. So, I mean, like I said, it would be very difficult to argue that, you know, Twice is not one of the top groups in K-pop right now, at least girl groups, because, you know, if we're gonna just, we can, you know, I guess, filter things down to where they are the best at. But they are, just in general, as of like between the boy groups and the girl groups and even solo singers and stuff like that, Twice is like at the very top of the game. And, you know, I personally, I'm sure that you can also agree with me here, but I personally do not see a way that this group is going to fall off, you know, off of this streak. Like, they're going to keep winning. There's like the win streak is going to continue until the day that they disband. You know, unless there is some just absolutely ridiculously massive scandal, because I think it's going to take a really, really big issue to knock this group off of their throne, or just some epically terrible mismanagement from JYP. Those are the only two things. And I mean, at the very least, right, so if the company fucks something up, man, they're still going to be super, super popular. And even if there's this massive scandal, unless it's something that like absolutely destroys the group, they're still going to be a relatively popular group. I mean, they're not going to be, you know, at the top of the game possibly, but they still will be very, very well recognized. So, I mean, like I said, despite or regardless of, you know, whether you like their music or not, because I didn't like their music when they first debuted, but they have, you know, improved and gotten better and started to play to their strengths much more, or much better, I should say, than when they first debuted. And now it's like undeniable. I can't even say like, hey, yeah, I mean, like, I think that they're kind of overrated, because they're not. I don't think that they are anymore. Their debut song and album, I could definitely see it, but, you know, that's the thing. And the reason for this all really comes down to just some absolute brilliant marketing and just business and strategy from, you know, JYP before this group even started, right? Because of course the foundation that was laid before their debut from the survival show that chose the members for this group, that determined the members for this group, is the core reason that this group is so popular. Like, you know, you had the elimination thing. People became fans of certain members or contestants on that show, and, you know, K-pop fans are crazy supportive. So they were crazy supportive of their individual, you know, favorite people on that show. And when it came down to the final thing, and like, now this is the group that's going to debut as our new girl group, all of those people had to combine together to be the biggest fandom of any, or fan base of any K-pop group pre-debut that I could even possibly imagine. And that right there is the reason why their debut was the most successful in all of K-pop. There is no other group, unless they do something similar and manage to build up the fan base and the audience before they release their first song and album, that will match the success that G-Friend, why am I saying G-Friend? Why did I just say that? Oh my god, people are going to kill me. that will match the success that Twice have. It just isn't going to happen. And I guess you can argue that they might have peaked and plateaued at the very beginning of their career, but the only way to really find that out is just to see what 2017 is like, and to see if they continue to grow and continue to become popular. I mean, there also ultimately is there is a highest point that they're going to reach. There is a glass ceiling, and they will not be able to break through that, or they will not be able to grow very much further past that. But anything is possible. Who the heck knows? Especially since K-pop is, over the last few years, has just expanded into the world, and, you know, become just more widespread in the last 2 or 3 years. It's really, really crazy. So who knows what kind of, like, you know, popularity worldwide this group could have. It could be immense. So my question for you for this video, after going on that nice little, I wouldn't even call it a rant, because rant kind of implies something bad, but that was a nice monologue, I guess you can say. But the question for you is, are you personally a fan of Twice? Like, I know that I was not a fan of Twice when they debuted. You know, I didn't think that their debut song was very good, nor was their album. You know, like I said, they had some pretty terrible vocals in those those songs. Not so much the promotion song, not so much the music video song, but the album definitely exposed a lot of their weaknesses. But they've got it together, and they've, you know, just refined the product and polished it off really, really well. And, you know, their last song was spectacularly good. I really, really enjoyed it. And that's what I've got. And now I enjoy them. And I know that it's not specifically, you know, going to be necessarily something that you enjoy, their sound and style. But, you know, I just want to know, do you like Twice or not? That's really all that I got. So, you know, answer the question. Tell me what if you like Twice or not, and even why. You know, down in the comments below, or, you know, social media. Check the little description box below for a link to my Twitter profile, and like a bunch of other links too that I would like you to check out and click and interact and go on a fun adventure through the internet. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.